Welcome to Wrinkles Society of Hope. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support Wrinkles. Today, you are going to hear an amazing story from one of our Wrinkles women. And if you would like, please hit subscribe and share our Wrinkles channel. Hit that notification bell so you can hear about the new stories that come forward. And we are also on Apple Podcasts and we are on Spotify. So you can listen in if you're unable to view the YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're here and I hope I get an interview with you. Hello, Wrinkles family. I am back. I'm so excited for this month. And I have someone who has been a part of my life. We've been following each other, but we met in 95, 96, 96.
No, it was 95. It was 95.
95. No,
it was
95, 96, around there.
I graduated in 95, and it was the summer after my senior year that I came back as a counselor. Yes.
Okay. So we met at the amazing Girls State. I was the Girls State, one of the Girls State representatives for Santa Cruz Valley Union High School. And she was right there to greet me with a smile and love. And we got to sing Girls Day, Girls Day together at U of A. So I'm going to have her introduce herself to the Wrinkles family.
Hi, guys. I am Amy Brightkreitz Powell. I have lived here in Casa Grande, Arizona, which neighbors where Summer lived in Eloy, Arizona, since 1979. I manage a staffing agency, 4 branches here in Arizona. And I just got married 2 years ago for the first time in my life. And I was a real picky person. And I have one son, he's 19, and then I have 4 bonus sons that range in age from 17 to 25. So
awesome.
That's it. And you know what? I'm a survivor.
Yes, definitely. That's why we're here today. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I had to bring my sister here to share her story. And so that's why we're here today. But definitely want to start off with her beautiful face. Yes, we said we met in 95 and we still look good many moons later. Many moons later. So how would you feel? Because you don't have any wrinkles yet, but if you would get a wrinkle, how would you feel about that?
I wish I had a wrinkle, really. I don't even have a gray hair. I know, right? How I want gray hair so bad. I think it is so beautiful and just like it's like sophisticated and like it's part of your story, like you lived, and I don't have any gray hairs. I have my hairstylist check every single month and he's like, no, not yet. And I thought for sure in the staffing agency I'd have gray hair in no time, but yeah. So I have wrinkles, Summer. I just, I sit like this so that I don't have wrinkles. But I can't wait to have gray hair. I can't wait to age beautifully.
Well, you're already beautiful as you're aging. And listen, I'm really jealous that you don't have any gray hairs or wrinkles, but it is what it is. We all get our things. But as we go through this life, although our physical things may not change on our face, there are some crap that we had to go through. And both of us have went through the breast cancer wrinkle. Can you talk about your journey?
Sure. When I was 23, I believe I was 23, 24, maybe 25, doing a self-exam, found a few little lumps, went into my OBGYN and they ended up doing a biopsy of them on a lumpectomy and they were precancerous. Didn't think anything about it. Have a mammogram every year, every 2 years. 4 years later, another one in the opposite side. So I went left, right, left, right. This went on for 4 times. The final time I went in for my mammogram, and it was June 5th, 2000. I'll never forget it. A week later, my OBGYN called and she says, we need to have you come back and we're going to do an ultrasound. So I went in, have an ultrasound. We're going to send you up to Scottsdale and you're going to have the biopsy, that horrible hole punch thing. It sounds like a hole punch when they do it. You know what I'm talking about, girl. It is like this. That's what it reminds me of. So we did that. And they called and said, we need to refer you to a breast surgeon. So off to see the awesome Dr. Hernandez at Ironwood Cancer Treatment Centers, and just an amazing man. I was diagnosed with DCIS, ductal carcinoma in situ, stage 1. Went in and took my milk ducts out. It was in my right side. Yeah, my right side. Went in, took the milk ducts out. He says, okay, here's the situation. These are your options. We can do, chemo and radiation, and you're going to come back in 6 months because it's going to be back. And then we're going to do it again, and you can do it again. And in about 3 years, I'm going to tell you, you need to start making your final arrangements. You can take that route, or we can just do a double mastectomy. So there was no thought process to that at all. That was October 5th of 2020. I had to make that decision. It was a decision. I said, okay, I'll think about it. And I thought about it as long as it took me to drive from Chandler back to Casa Grande. I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And it's funny because my husband and I had known each other for about 25 years, and we reconnected the Friday before my appointment and just started talking. And like one of the first things I told him, because I was laid up with that, all that gauze and crap that they put on you, because they took my nipple off, took the milk ducts out, sewed the nipple back on. And then I just was straight up with him. I was just like, listen, and it was like 3 days before we started talking. I was straight up with him and I was just like, listen, I don't know what's going to happen, but here's what's going on. Like, if I were you, if I would just started talking to somebody, I'd be like, deuces. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a lot. So, it's funny because October 2nd of 2020, he hasn't left my side since. November 13th, I had my double mastectomy. It was during COVID. Went in, my mom took me an hour and a half after my surgery, discharged. Send you on your way. I'm sorry, you just amputated my chest and you're going to send me home? Like, what the hell? So away we went with the drains and all of the fun stuff. My mom and Nathan had never cleaned drains before. They've never done this. They don't give you a tutorial on how to do this stuff. They get me home. It's just a learning experience. It was just a learning experience. A lot of healing, waiting for that. Yeah, we got it all. You're good to go now. Your margins are clear. You're waiting for all of those things. You're having anxiety about that. I developed a case of necrosis in my left breast. It was just, I think that whole area was just really mad that it got cut off, and it didn't have cancer, but I chose to cut it off. So I think it was just pissed off with me. I opted to have what was called, I had a Goldilocks reconstruction, which at the time was a fairly new procedure. They had only done a couple of them in California. And what that is they cut you from side to side, flap you open, take everything out separate the breast tissue, the milk ducts, and whatever fatty tissue is left. And they rebuild you these cute little mounds with just the fatty tissue. So there's no chance to have it come back because there's no breast tissue there. All that's there is just fat. So of course, when I lose weight, that's going to be the first thing to go. I went from a double D down to I'm maybe an A now. So, and I just didn't want, they say, well, here are your options. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. These are your options. You can go completely flat. You can have implants. You can do this new procedure. It's the Goldilocks procedure. And Dr. Finkel, she was absolutely wonderful. She's up at Chandler. She works hand in hand with Dr. Hernandez and really helped me make a really informed decision. I'm at an age where in 15 years, am I going to have implants taken out and replaced? Probably not. I'm not getting cut on any more than I have to. This was one cut, put some drains in, and we're done. So that's what I decided to do. Like I said, I did develop some necrosis, and that was almost worse than the drains. It was horrible. It was horrible. But it healed nicely, and here we are. I am clear. I am in remission. I am cancer-free. Thank you, God. And so that's part of my journey. I have PET scans done every 6 months just to make sure. We want to make sure that there is nothing here that doesn't need to be here. So.
Oh, you're cancer-free.
Yes, I am.
That's awesome. What would you tell yourself when, because I know that call when they tell you, this is what it is and this is what your options. I mean, what would you tell yourself now looking back to get through that moment?
Focus on something other than yourself. Step out of yourself and put your faith. Lean on your faith. Lean on your family. Lean on your friends. Because at the end of the day, that's who you've got. Don't try to internalize everything. Pray about it. Pray. And share your story. Don't be ashamed to share your story, because sharing your story is just going to help bring awareness. I have been a huge advocate for share your story. Somewhere I'm sure you've seen on social media, share your story. And I let it all out because you know what? It may save somebody's life. And I remember the first time that I really shared my full story, I had people reaching out to me. Thank you so much. I haven't had a mammogram in 5 years. I really need to go, and I think that it's becoming so much more prevalent. We hear I know of so many people, including my mom. My mom had to have a double mastectomy last year. She is taking hormone therapy now because they couldn't remove one of the lymph nodes that it had spread to. She's a fighter. She's 70 years old. And that lady, she was just in here in my office a few minutes ago. She's a fighter and she's strong, and she had the same procedure that I had done. So I told her, I'm like, wasn't it nice of me to go before you and take one for the team so I know how to take care of you when you went through all of that? So, we all would know what to do.
Yeah.
We knew how to clean drains when she came home.
Because those drains are the worst.
Oh, they're just, and it's not even that they really hurt. It's just that they're awkward and you rub them and they're,
Mine's kept tugging right on that side.
Yes. And you just want to rip them out. And then when they take them out, they're like, girl, I didn't even feel it. She was like, lay there and talk to me. She was talking to me about this and that and this and that. And I'm like, okay, are you going to do it? And she held it up and she goes, I did it.
Oh.
So that was the best part of my experience was the drain removal.
What about body image? Like, how did that affect you at all? Like knowing that, because my nipple removed as well. So, but they couldn't say.
Well, and here's the deal though, with the Goldilocks, you can do a nipple sparing procedure. And I did do that. And I wish that I wouldn't have, because they look so unnatural now. Like they pooch out, like they're, my mom, on the other hand, went with just removed them. And I really wish I would have gone that route. It's funny because I call them, this is so horrible, but with Halloween coming up, I call them Frankentitties because I feel like that's what they look like Frankenstein. Like you feel like Frankenstein. You're all cut up and scars, and I still sometimes I look and I'll catch a glimpse of myself getting in the shower or whatever, and it takes my breath away. It does. It takes your breath away. And I think that the biggest thing that I've had to learn, and I learned this, before breast cancer, what I call BC, before cancer, self-acceptance. We are beautiful just as God made us, inside and out. I struggled with addiction for a lot of years, and I've been clean and sober for 13 years now. And I think that having that accepting life on God's terms, because this is God's terms. We're not in control here. I mean, I don't mean to bring this into a preaching thing, but I don't mean to bring this into a preaching podcast.
Hey, we all listen. Go on.
Sense of life on God's terms.
Yeah.
Dad passed away in 2018. And that's another struggle that I had to deal with, and navigating sobriety with him and navigating through all of this without him, and helping my mom navigate through things without him. They were together for 52 years, married and dating. She doesn't know how to live without him. And now all of a sudden she's having this huge life-changing, thing that she's going through. Like, cancer is just really shitty. It's really just shitty. I'm sorry for the use of the language, but it is shitty.
It is.
In my life, BC, I had learned acceptance, and I think that really helped me through my journey. AC, but just acceptance of ourselves, and I can tell by the look on your face that you had that same experience getting into the shower. Like, what in the hell just happened? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
How did this happen? And then sometimes I look at it and it feels so long ago. And then other times it feels like just yesterday. Like, it makes my skin crawl to think about going through all of that again.
It's difficult.
So,
we're women. And although I know, like, just, I know you probably feel this, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so,
yes.
I look at life totally different now, because I could have been one of those warriors who didn't make it, so I'm grateful. But at the same time, I'm like, what in the world?
Right.
I didn't have much.
We're not supposed to ask why, right? We're not supposed to ask.
But I do. I ask.
I'd be asking why all the time.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to those pearly gates, because I got a lot of questions to ask this guy.
Exactly. But the fact that you said it earlier, if we don't share, I mean, just the few times I've shared, so many people say, oh, I haven't had a mammogram in so long, just like you said, and our story is not for us. I really feel that.
Yeah. And here's another thing that I really want to start bringing more awareness to is, it's not just women, it's men. This does not discriminate. This is not a discriminatory disease, folks. Men, check yourselves. And if you don't know how, Google it. But seriously, it doesn't discriminate. And I really think that, we need to take the focus off of just women and expand that to men. I think it is so important.
And the fact of listening to yourself, that's my big thing now. Go to the doctor, follow up, check, because it, I think everybody associate breast cancer, women, breast cancer, but there's so many other cancers out there because people don't follow with the doctor, listen to themselves, that happens as well, you know?
Yes. And I think that, having your blood work drawn when you do go to the doctor, yeah, is your white cell count elevated? What's going on with your body that it's fighting something? It's fighting something. So let's drill down and find out what that is. Don't be afraid to ask questions. It's your body. It's the only one we got. My dad used to say all the time, this is not dress rehearsal. Today is not dress rehearsal. Every day is opening night. And you're the star on the stage. This is not dress rehearsal. We don't get a do-over. So you better take care of yourself. Your body is not an amusement park ride. You have to maintain it.
It's true. That's
true. It's true.
We
treat them like they're amusement park rides sometimes. I know I did for a lot of years, girl, with no maintenance.
This roller coaster ride in life, boy. Our body's like,
yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Let's say you got a shirt made today after the roller coaster ride of life, and it identify who you are today. What would that shirt say?
I think it would say something about perseverance. We as humans go through so much. And I don't think that, I think that our lives now are so different than they were 20 years ago. With all of we're available 24/7. We can have information at the tips of our fingertips. Our kids don't even know what an encyclopedia is or the Dewey Decimal System. Let's get real. Everything is at our fingertips. Everything is at our fingertips. And it's a jungle out there. It's a battlefield out there. And you have to persevere every day, Nevertheless, she persisted, right?
Yes.
And I really think that it would be something about perseverance and just pushing through and fighting. Just keep fighting for yourself, fighting for your family, fighting for your faith. It's so important.
Love it. Yes. And we have to keep going. And as you keep going through life, is there anything that you're doing now in the community or something else you would like to share?
Tomorrow I'm actually speaking at a breast cancer conference in Tucson. United Hearts of Arizona. I don't know when this is going to be broadcast, but this conference is tomorrow. It is being facilitated, like I said, by United Hearts of Arizona, one of my colleagues here at Employ Bridge. That is her organization, United Hearts of Arizona, and she just dives right into the community and does conferences for awareness, shoe and jacket drives for school kids, backpack drives. I mean, she is into everything. And I'm super excited about that. I work a lot. That's what I do in the community. I work a lot. We get people some jobs. But speaking in events to bring awareness, I also serve on the board of directors for Casa Grande Alliance, which is, again, an organization that's near and dear to my heart because it helps people that are struggling in a multitude of things, with parenting, with getting a job, rehabilitation, people that are struggling with addiction. There's help out there. And there are resources available, and you're not alone. We win as one. That's Employ Bridge's thing. Employ Bridge's we win at one. We win as one. And that just doesn't apply in my work. It applies everywhere. We win as one. We are all in this together, folks. We all put our pants on the same way every day. So we got to stick together and be friends and be kind and just help people. Just help people. Don't judge people. Just help.
Awesome. Well, you're doing amazing things. I can't wait. I know tomorrow's going to be amazing, that you're going to do amazing. And definitely all those women and men that are out there, please take care of yourself. Do your self checks. Go to your doctor. Listen to your body.
Yes.
Listen to your body.
And if you can't hear it, turn your hearing aids up.
Yeah. Most definitely. Gotta listen. And also, if you know a woman that is struggling, that's currently going through breast cancer, they need someone to talk to, we are here. We are here to listen. We're here to offer advice. We've been through it. We know drain situation. We know the mastectomy pillow. I still have mine. I can give mine away. I think
I do too. My mom just gave me back a whole bag of stuff last night that I don't know why I saved it. I don't know why I did, but thank you, God. I saved it. You know, one thing I can give as a tip right here, right now. Mm-hmm. If you are, and I never thought about this, but I had a wonderful mentor myself, of someone that I had worked with previously. And she gave me a whole list of things that she found helpful. And one of the things that I remember the most was, before you go for your procedure, for your whatever it's going to be, make sure that you have things at counter level, like bowls, cups, a gallon of milk. You're not going to be able to lift a gallon of milk, so maybe put it in smaller containers. And I never thought about that's the kind of stuff you don't think of. And especially if you're going to be home by yourself at any time in your healing process, absolutely, put things at a level where you're not reaching, because guess what? It says you're not going to be able to reach. I don't know what just made me think about that, Summer, but I just felt compared.
Oh no, I mean, those are great tips. I mean, some of the other things is buying those gowns and stuff I bought off Amazon with the Velcro or the snaps in front, or just the snaps, the ones that actually snap all the way off.
Yes.
So helpful. I think those are the main. I still sometimes put those on because it's just.
Yes, I do too. I still have mine. I wear them like nightgowns. And another thing for like drain holders, you don't have to get anything fancy. Go to Home Depot and buy one of those little carpenter aprons that has a little slots in it. You tie it on underneath your clothes. Nobody's going to see it. While you have those drains, you can put those bulbs in there, nasty things. And, or even safety pin a pair of cut a sock. And, it doesn't have to cost a lot. You don't have to spend $20 on a drain holder. You're never going to use it again. There are so many little mom and pop tips is what I call them.
Yes. And rest. Please rest. That's the big thing. I was rushing after all my surgeries and I thought, I feel pretty good. Almost passed out in the store one time. Almost passed out in the house doing too much. Like, you have to rest. You have to allow yourself to heal mentally and physically and spiritually.
Yes. And I think as a culture, everybody rushes everything now. Like I said, everybody's available 24/7. You got to go all the time. And I own it. I am my own worst enemy when it comes to that. And resting and learning to just be still is really hard.
So hard.
But do it. Make yourself do it.
And allow people to do for you. That was actually my hardest situation in this whole thing, because I'm such a superwoman. I'm so used to doing everything. I'm a social worker, so I'm always doing for other people. So for people to actually have to do for me, it was a struggle. It was a life lesson for me. True.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Agreed.
Other tips.
Yeah, like I said, take time for yourself. Like Summer said, take time for yourself. That's one of the things I actually wrote on here was, take time for yourself. Guess what? The laundry fairies are not coming tonight. It's going to be there tomorrow. You go pick up what you're going to wear off of the couch. It's okay.
It sure is, Amy. It is.
Let yourself heal. Listen to your body. And if you can't hear it, turn up the hearing aids.
Turn them up. Turn them all the way up. One thing that helped me was a recliner. That's another tip.
Yes.
Yes.
Or a wedge in the bed helped. That was huge for me. One of those wedge foam things, that was, it looks like a slice of cheese or a whatever you want to call it, the triangle wedge. That was a huge help for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it hurts to lay down because whatever you have goes to the side still, and it's, oh God. So yeah, if you're at an angle a little bit, you don't go that way.
No. And that's when I actually tried to lay flat, and then one of my drains pulled.
Yes.
That was
so that wedge, that incline helps.
Yes, it does help. So what we're saying in a nutshell is that we have a lot of tips and knowledge to offer to anyone. You can always reach out to us. I will share your Facebook. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely. Share my Facebook. You can share my phone number.
Okay, because you can reach out to us. And we just want to be here. We know there's a lot of women going through this, and we want to make sure that we all are a community, surround each other in this pink love, and let you know you got this, and you're going to be a survivor like us, and we're going to be a knowledge for other people, right?
Yes.
So
you are a resource.
Yes.
Your experience is a resource for somebody else.
Yeah, that's what the stories that we go through, these wrinkles that we press through, are just stories and wisdom for other people. We motivate and encourage other people through our wrinkle stories. Now we have all these resources to help that woman who feels like right now, we know we've been here, I'm no like you're right here next to me, but we've been through it. When you're tired and after surgery, you wonder how long is the pain's going to be, when you're going to get your energy back. I'm still suffering right now, but you got this. You're going to make it through, right?
You are. Absolutely.
So,
and what I always remembered was however much pain I was in today, tomorrow I'm going to be healed a little bit, and it's going to be that less painful.
Yes.
And then tomorrow is going to be that less painful. So look to the big picture. Don't get in the doom and gloom and the pity party. RSVP no to your own pity party.
Yes. Yes. RSVP no to the pity party. Yes.
Right. In the name of Jesus, no.
No. Well, I have to say, I'm so happy that we connected. We've been trying to connect for a while. And, listen, I didn't even know when I had reached out to you, when you went through your journey, that I was going to be going through my own journey a few years later. But it's all God's timing, and we connected when we were supposed to. So thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you all for listening.
Yes, yes.
Don't hesitate to reach out.
Don't hesitate. And hug another woman, tell her that you love her. And then also you get checked. Men and women get checked. Go to your doctor, get checked. And also just, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Wear your ribbon, wear your pink, just for those survivors that are out there. All right?
That's right. And in remembrance of those of us who lost their fight.
Yeah. Yeah, but they fought the fight. They did.
They sure did.
Well, thank you so much. Bye, Wrinkles.
Thank you, Summer.